everyone. This is Natalia, Luxury with Natalia on Yachting International Radio. I'm here with the amazing Sara-Jane, also known as SJ in the industry. How are you?
I'm well, thanks, Natalia. How are you?
Fantastic. So nice to see you. Last time I saw you was in the sunny climates of the south of France at the yacht show.
Yeah, many moons ago now. It's dark and miserable outside in the UK.
And of course, you just finished the most amazing achievement in your fourth year now, cycling all the way from London to Monaco. How are you?
Well, I'm glad to say I'm fully recovered, as I hope I would be at this time. But no, obviously me, along with 100 odd other riders, completed the fourth year of London to Monaco this year, which I have to say has been our best year to date. That's not to take away from the other rides. It's just simply based on the funds that we've raised for ocean conservation. We raised, over £600,000, which is a staggering amount. And we never thought that we would achieve that. We set the target high this year. We actually doubled it to 500,000. The previous years has been set at 250,000. So the challenge was greater. The pressure was on. But I think what helped is obviously the greater awareness that we've got on our oceans at the moment. And of course, being the fourth year of the ride, it's built up a lot of support. And we've had a lot of repeat riders come and join us, which has been fantastic. So I hope that we have an even bigger, more successful ride next year.
Yes, and it's an anniversary ride with 5 years for the cycle and 10 years for the Blue Marine Foundation, right?
It is a lot to celebrate next year. So I hope, that's a bigger reason for people to want to get involved next year. Believe we'll set the target the same.
Yeah.
500,000, which I hope that we'll reach. And Blue will be turning 10. So it'll be, a year to reflect on, the great success and achievements that Blue has made over those years. And of course, the success of the ride.
It's phenomenal. And it's not just the industry, the yachting industry, that are getting involved. It's also some well-known people. So tell me about that in the respect of the beginning and the end of the cycle. It's something exciting every time.
Yeah, that's right. It's been supported by a number of our ambassadors from the start. Obviously, first year, which you took part in, Natalia. In 2016, we had Simon Le Bon, our fantastic ambassador, support the departure. And then the second year, we had Poppy Delavigne.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mind Blackman, which was fantastic. And we departed from Somerset House, which of course is where Blue's office is. So that was rather special. And then we've had James Blunt this year, which was fantastic.
Did he sing?
Sorry?
Did he sing you a song for the farewell?
He didn't sing a song. I was quite tempted to ask him, actually, but I didn't, as you can imagine. But no, it's fantastic to have James support this year. So no, it's attracted all the celebrities, and but we've also had a lot of royal support over the last couple of years, which has been fantastic. So we've had Mike and Zara Tyndall last year, where we departed from Herne Hill Velodrome, which was rather special. And then we had Princess Eugenie this year. And actually we departed from outside of London, from Windsor Park, which was it was lovely actually to be out of the city. And not too far from London, but it was lovely to depart from a beautiful royal park.
Goodness. And then arriving, of course, on the top of the castle palace in Monaco with His Serene Highness Prince Albert II to await you.
Yes, who obviously we're very close to, have a strong relationship with the Prince Albert Foundation. And no, Prince Albert has been fantastic. He supported it for the first 3 years. And this year we actually arrived at the Oceanographic Museum, just a little bit further above the palace, which was fantastic. But no, it's wonderful to be able to connect the two, the UK and Monaco, because obviously it's stemmed in a lot of maritime or marine history. So no, it's great to have a support.
Sounds wonderful, and I was so blessed to be part of it, even if I'm not as much a champion as your good self, Sara-Jane, because you absolutely nail it every year. I don't know how you do it. You must be training every day. What's the secret?
No, I'm not training every day. In fact, probably it's got less over the years, but it was actually London to Monaco that got me into cycling. I didn't even own a bike before we launched the inaugural ride in 2016. I bought a bike 2.5 months before the ride. So anyone listening to this and doesn't own a bike and would really like to take part in London to Monaco, then you can train and do it. It is a big challenge. I'm not going to lie, but it's achievable. And obviously, the bug caught, and I continue riding ever since, and have done the ride every year. But along with, you know, a huge number of other riders, obviously Winch Design, who are the founding partner of London to Monaco and came up with this crazy idea of riding from London to Monaco for the Monaco Yacht Show. They've submitted a big team every year, and Andrew Winch took part in the whole ride for the first time this year, which was fantastic to have him with us. You know, he's such a positive energy to have around. So it was special to have him with us. And I must mention Gary White from Wyco, who obviously everyone's familiar with. He's joined up for his 3rd London to Monaco next year.
Fantastic.
So a true veteran.
Yeah.
Which is really exciting. So no, we've had a lot of repeat riders, which I hope is a sign that it's you know, a very enjoyable experience. And of course, we change the route every year to keep it fresh and exciting. So we've carved out a rather spectacular route for next year. Highlights can be seen on the website, and the finer details are obviously being put in place by Just Pedal at the moment, who are on a recce. But it will involve parts of the Netherlands.
Oh,
where I hope to drop in on some of our partners.
Yeah.
And we'll be arriving in Bruges on one night, which I've always wanted to go to, actually. And then we've got sections of the Tour of Flanders. I don't know whether we'll have any of the cobbles, because we have had that 2 years ago. But you'll certainly have sections of it, and then some rather famous alpine climbs, which we're actually going to be in the Tour de France before we arrive in Monaco for the champagne reception, as you know all well.
Absolutely, it's the best to know that you've just accomplished this amazing achievement, and also it's a fantastic way of bonding with people in the industry on a whole new level, because it's supporting one another in those difficult climbs. And, you know, I really appreciated that extra push hand on my back when I was struggling up one of those little hills. Let's be honest about it. I'm not as accomplished as some of the others in the team, but that's the thing. It's about team effort, and everybody's going to make it at the end, but it's all about helping one another and finding out things about other people that perhaps you didn't know before. And it's become a community, and that's the beauty of it. It is supporting a great cause, but at the same time getting to know the people in the industry in a better way. So well done.
Thanks, Natalia. No, it's really harnessing the power of sport to protect the marine environment, and there's no better way to do it. It's a fully inclusive experience. It doesn't, exclude anyone. And, if it's not, people with causes, people can sometimes feel a lot of pressure that all they can do is donate money. But actually, this gives people a chance to support a cause that they feel very strongly and passionately about by riding their bikes
Mm.
and fundraising amongst their network. And it's and you're right to say that the bonds formed are incredible. They start, you start by not knowing half the people on the ride, and by the end, the bonds are formed that last a lifetime.
Absolutely, and we'll continue here on. So that's amazing. And tell me a bit more about the achievements that you've had then with Blue. You started out 4 years ago. So what's changed and what have you done to help the environment so far?
Gosh, well, in a very short space of time, obviously Blue turning 10 next year, we've had huge success, not only just in the amount of ocean that we've been able to protect, but by also working with fishing communities to implement models of sustainable fishing, and restoration of marine habitats around the world. The London to Monaco bike ride has really been a big turning point for Blue, because it's enabled us to raise funding for projects that are more difficult to raise funds for, or new projects that need seed funding to get them started. So it's enabled us to work in a lot more areas, and to progress our projects a lot quicker than we would have done. Of course, we've raised £1.7 million in 4 years, which is an extraordinary amount of money. So you can imagine the impact that that's had. But one area particularly stands out, because it's been supported with every single ride over the last 4 years. And it's enabled us to create what will be the largest marine protected area in the Atlantic around Ascension Island.
Wow, well done. That's awesome.
So it's incredible, and that is all down to everyone that has taken part in the ride. And that's not just, bum in the saddle and taking part in the ride itself, but it's also to all our sponsors who have wanted to support and join us in Monaco. So it's a huge collaborative effort. It's a fantastic way of uniting the super yacht industry, but more importantly, bringing a whole lot of industry sectors together, which you don't tend to get on the, as you know, Natalia, on the yachting calendar. With all the boat shows and yacht shows around the world, it tends to be quite isolated in different, with the industry sectors that it integrates with. So the ride's been fantastic in that respect, and it's attracted riders from, I think, 15 different countries. So they've come as far as the US, New Zealand, Australia, Russia, all across Europe. So it's a fully global effort.
Wonderful. And I've seen quite a few other associations tagging onto this with the cycling. And what's going to happen? Are there going to be chapters in different continents moving forward, perhaps? Or is it mainly London to Monaco? Is that how the true definition is going to be?
Very good question. It's something that's been evolving in the back of my mind. Could we take this to other areas as a way of raising awareness of our oceans and raising funds for other projects? I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say never. I think there is an opportunity to do it. We are looking at the moment of possibly setting up a Blue hub in Asia. And working across the APAC region, and the idea of taking or replicating, should I say, the London to Monaco ride out there has stirred quite a lot of interest. So we'll see. Watch this space, should I say? But at the moment, we're fully focused on London to Monaco for 2020. And making sure that it's a huge success again.
Fantastic. And absolutely, everyone is cheering you on always in the team. And whenever I see all you riders in your blue, it's just such a nice flashback. And I remember it fondly. And it's always amazing to see you guys keeping at it. So everybody, well done. And for anyone who might be interested, what do they have to do? What can they do to help?
Well, at the moment, sign up is open to London to Monaco 2020. So they can go onto the website, which is london-monaco.cc, and they can read all about it, and then they can also sign up and secure their place. Alternatively, if they're not quite yet ready to press the button, then please, get in touch with me or Daisy, who's assisting with the ride, Daisy Simpson at Blue Marine Foundation, and we'd be delighted to answer any questions that they may have. There's opportunities for individuals to take part. You could gather a group of your friends and submit a team. There's endless opportunities for corporates and brands to sponsor different aspects of the ride. There's also an opportunity for headline sponsorship. So everything is up for grabs. It's a fantastic way to increase exposure for your brand or corporate company. It's whether you're wanting the exposure or the networking experience, or simply wanting to spend some quality time with your clients. Mm-hmm. Quite a few companies have done that, where they've submitted a team and half has been with their employees and half has been with their clients.
Oh, excellent.
People are saying that cycling is the sort of the new golf, as they say. It's cycling is incredible in that way. You can put the phones away.
Yeah. You
can travel a lot further than you would do walking or running, and of course you experience some beautiful scenery, and in that time you've got sort of 5 to 8 hours of talking time, so it's you're going to get to know people pretty well by the end of it. So there's lots of different ways they can take part, or simply you can donate to the cause, and obviously support your friends who do want to take part. So please feel free to get in touch and ask any questions that they might have.
Super. So also maybe we'll have a Yachting International radio team with all our ladies cycling. Perhaps maybe not the whole thing, but the last day that could be achievable. If I could do it, anyone can do it. Seriously.
I'm telling you that's right. This is not exclusive. It's not a race. It is a challenge, but of course, the challenge is trying to restore and protect our oceans. So it's got to reflect that. And of course, people want to finish with a huge sense of achievement. People starting the ride may not have ever climbed a mountain before, or obviously with the training, you hope that they have done a bit of climbing, and also ridden a long distance, but the majority of people haven't. And so on the first few days, it's incredibly daunting. And there's a lot of, nervousness amongst all the riders. And then, a few days in, and they've managed to climb their first mountain, then people grow in confidence, and obviously the enjoyment of the ride grows, and the bonds formed, and it's, as you say, it's a group effort.
It's fantastic. And so maybe just reflecting back on that, your definition of luxury once you finish that ride, what is it? Taking off your sore shoes, or
gosh,
a bed?
Oh, that's a very good question. Luxury at the end of the ride. Well, I guess the luxury would be, yes, stripping off all the lycra and having a massage. But we don't get that, actually. But what we do get is a chance to celebrate with everyone in true style. We have a fantastic sponsored after party at the end. which is brilliant because it brings all the riders and everyone that happens to be in Monaco for the Monaco Yacht Show to come along, that has supported the ride, and to meet all the riders and sponsors and see how it's gone. And then, of course, the riders do get the opportunity to access the Monaco Yacht Show, thanks to Monaco Yacht Show organisers by supporting it and giving complimentary tickets. So there's a lot to experience and enjoy after the ride. And of course, we have a lot of pre-ride events as well over the summer, training rides, social gatherings. So it's a good sort of 9 to 10 months build up to the big ride in September. But yeah, I'm afraid there's not. When I arrive in Monaco after the ride, then I'm obviously working the Monaco Yacht Show, so there's not, as you know, there's not a lot of rest. But it's always good fun meeting with all the friends in the industry and people that have been supporting Blue over many years.
Fantastic. Well done, everybody. Honestly, everything that you do, and for the association of everybody who dedicates their time and energy and soul and sweat and tears sometimes. It's just fantastic, and it just goes to show that as a team one can conquer something together and achieve this. And I really sincerely hope that together as an industry we will be able to fight this ongoing problem that we're faced with. And the more we talk about it, the more we put in just even a small effort, the more we're going to get closer to the end goal, right?
Absolutely. Not just one person can do this. It's got to be a global collaborative effort, and luckily the awareness is at an all-time high. Much thanks to I would say Blue Planet 2 really has helped sort of penetrate societies, with David Attenborough's Blue Planet 2, and people are realizing that that they can make small adjustments to their lives to help the problem. And of course, with what Blue does, which is tackling overfishing and the destruction of marine biodiversity, the London to Monaco Bright Ride gives everyone a great chance to get involved and support the cause and do their part.
Yeah, for sure. Gosh, well, I know you've just come back from Asia and you've got loads of things to do and more travels coming up. So I really want to say thank you for dedicating this time on the radio. And I'm sure we'll be drumming up more support, even more support to help you. And whatever we can do as Yachting International Radio, we'll be very happy to. So thanks again, Sara-Jane.
Natalia, thank you. And I really hope that you join us next year. Thank you.
Great. Well, thanks everyone for watching this amazing episode with Sara-Jane, aka SJ, from the Blue Marine Foundation. I wish everyone best of luck. A couple of months to go now. It's about training, and there we go. All the best.